Hey, what is up, guys? I'm here to give you a Legends House review. This is the Legends House episode um, 4, season 1. It's called Viva Las Vegas. This is the big episode when they end up going to Las Vegas. Um, this was a good episode. Um, we're going to start with the travel to Las Vegas. And what ends up happening is the people that had to take the 15 minivan, that was the people, this was still kind of like the fallout of the Lost commercial when they did the commercials for those items. Um, and what ended up happening with this is they ended up being, they having to take the minivan. It was Pat Patterson, me, Gene Okerlund, Hillbilly Jim, and Jimmy Hart. They all had to take the minivan together. Um, and they weren't happy about it, especially Jimmy Hart. Some of them were happy just to be on the trip, but Jimmy Hart was complaining that they should have won this commercial in the first place. They were not happy. Um, Jimmy Hart, I think, was the most unhappiest. And then, and Pat Patterson was talking about how he had to take a massive shit. Um, and then on the other side, the limousine side, they're having a good time. Until they got the ticket, of course. So remember the last time they got the ticket? The policeman pulled him over. They ended up getting a ticket. By the way, I want to mention too that I have to my videos are going to be very clamped because if you can see right here, I have all my kitchen supplies out there because what ended up happening was the fridge flooded the kitchen. So a little bit. So we kind of have to have all the kitchen stuff out here. So it sucks. But as I was saying. Um, so, in the limousine, you have Tony Atlas, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, um, Howard Finkel, and Roddy Piper. And when they got pulled over, we don't really know why they necessarily get pulled over. They could have been because they didn't. They stuck the flamingo head out the window because the driver was speeding. We never really find out. But Howard Finkel did something they didn't like, and that was waved "Have a nice day" to the police officer when they were in the driver's seat, the back seat. And they were talking about how normally the most famous guy sits where he's sitting, like Piper, or Duggan. But Tony Atlas told him to sit there because he didn't want to get into it with Piper and Duggan because they've been kind of, I've just seen the past 2 episodes. Well, 3 for Duggan, 2 for Piper, that they've been kind of going at it. Um, and then they talk about how Tony Atlas was holding his faults in, and then once he couldn't do it anymore, every 5 minutes he would fault. Um, so then they finally get to the place. They're at this awesome hotel. They never really say the name of the hotel, but they're at this awesome hotel. They like it, and then they wake up the next morning. They have to, and they go to like this stage, all of them, and they don't know why they're at this stage. Um, and somebody tells us that they're gonna do a Chippendale. So I think that's what they call it, the Chippendale. Um, and they don't really know what that means. So um, they don't really know what to expect here. Um, and what ends up happening with this is Piper knows what it is. He knows it's a stripper, and he doesn't want to be a stripper. He never wanted to be a stripper. He was fine with doing it for wrestling, but he doesn't want to do it just to like himself look good. And Titan Atlas is like, it'll be fun. It will be fine. Um, and yeah, so they have to do that. They're gonna be strippers. They still don't know that yet. Only Piper, I think, knows this, but the others do not know that. Um, and they go to this salon to get all done up because obviously they're old, so they need to get all done up for the strip stuff. Um, what they do with this is they take this blue stuff that kind of looks like it, and paint. It's like paint, kind of, and they put it on you. They do this. They show this. I'm gonna say Howard Fink. Hillbilly Jim ends up getting this because he probably got it the worst because he has the most hair on him, and he would take, what would he take? The woman. It was like tape. Yeah, she took like, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm gonna look at my info again. Yeah, manscaping. That's what they called it when they got. And they took like this tape and like what put it against and ripped the skin off, and they kept doing that. And Hillbilly Jim took it out, but Piper was not happy about it. He hated this, and I think Duggan was laughing about it. And then they would go and get you like spray tan. They would have and do that. I can't really describe this because I've never really been in any of these, but they ended up looking good after that. And then they do like rehearsals on the Chippendale, and we don't really see like the full thing, but they're gonna like get dance steps to do, and they get a break in between, and then remember how I said eventually this is gonna happen. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Tony Atlas, they get into it again. I think Tony Atlas bumped into him a little bit, and Tony Atlas like, why don't you watch where you're going or something, and that gets Duggan pissed off, and they go at it again. And Tony Atlas talked about how he never liked Duggan. They would never have like each other. They don't like each other. I don't think they ever will like each other. And Duggan is all pissed. He says that he's never backed out of a fight of his life, and he's not planning on to it. I don't care how strong you are, but I'm going to fight you. Says that being strong, having strong muscles is nothing in a fight. So they have the little heated confrontation. They utilize this later, but then we get to the strip show. They're all having a good time being strippers, and yeah, that was pretty much it about that. I thought they were gonna have like some tension between Duggan and Atlas there, but I guess not. So then they go back to the Legends house. Actually, I didn't mind watching the like they didn't like completely strip down, but they went to the underwear. But I've seen some of them in the under, not naked before, kind of like that before, like Piper, like Tony Atlas. They get back there and Hacksaw Jim Duggan's avoiding Tony Atlas. Anywhere he is, he doesn't go back. So if he went to eat, he wouldn't go eat. And Piper wants to straighten this out because he's like both their best friends, so he feels like he's in the middle of this. So he goes to Tony Atlas and says that you're tired. People get cranky when they're tired. He knows, and he wants him to go take a nap, so he does the bed early. He talks to I think Patterson and Meiji in Oakland, and they say that this is not gonna, you're not gonna be able to fix this. It's too late. They're gonna get into it no matter what. And that kind of left you with a little cliffhanger of this episode, which I thought was good. I know my review sucked kind of, but I'm kind of tired today, and I can't really describe most of the stripper stuff because I don't really know what the stuff does. But the Duggan and Tony Atlas stuff I can describe. I am interested in that. I did like this episode this week, though. I definitely suggest you check it out. And you would know what I'm talking about if you watched the episode, but if you didn't watch the episode, then you didn't know what I was talking about. I do like what they have with this show. It's like they're slowly building up this this like tension that Duggan and Atlas have, and I like that. I also like how they're utilizing Piper, Finkel, I guess. I think right now the most interested guys I'm interested in is Duggan and Atlas. I'm really interested in those guys. I think they are doing a lot right now for this episode, for this show. But that's pretty much it, guys. I want to remind you before I click off that you can vote on those polls. Let me actually check to see how they're doing now that I think about it. Oh, my app downloaded, by the way. Okay, so my polls. Let me see if I can get it off Google. Let's see my polls. Okay. Just a second. I see. I had a plan ahead. I didn't even think about my polls though when I was doing this. Let me see how they're doing. see how my polls are doing. Let's see how they're doing. No, it's not what I want. Here we go. So, we got the pay-per-view poll. Which WWE pay-per-view would you like to see me review? I'm just going to pull it up real quick. Being kind of slow today. I'm going to have this ready for you next time. Why do I suck at... My bad. Excuse me. I don't know. I dropped one in my room too. Oh my gosh, it won't even go to the... Let me see what the results of my poll are. Come on. Okay. You can vote for WWE Armageddon. That has 2 votes, 50%. ECW Anarchy Rules. That has 1 vote, 25%. WCW Bash at the Beach. That also has 1 vote, 25%. So you guys can get going on these voting polls, please. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm going to be posting maybe down in the description box below. I will post it, not maybe. So now, let's do the DVDs. Let's see how those are doing. Alright. Got WWE. So now what DVD do you want to see me review? WWE Backlash 2007 that has 4 votes with 80%. WWE Royal Rumble 2009 that has 1 vote, 20%. And WWF, which stands for World Wrestling Federation, WrestleMania 3, and that has no votes. I guess no one wants to see me review WrestleMania 3. So thank you guys for watching this video. You can do all the stuff down below, and I'll be back very shortly to give you my NXT review. So that's pretty much it, guys. Peace out.